welcome to another edition of information segment on GH Libya TV. Now, the story headlines. The IOM Libya says 601 migrants intercepted and returned to Libya. And also, Spanish police arrest 15 after long investigation into alleged people smuggling gang. UK and Italy discuss agreement to repatriate migrants to Libya. This and many other stories that we have for you. Stay tuned and enjoy the news.
It's GH Libya TV. This TV is fantastic. Watch the program clearly and subscribe. All what we need from you is just click the button and subscribe. Whatever we do, you receive it. This TV station is perfect. We love you.
Welcome back. Now, according to the Migrant Rescue Watch, the Western Regional Support Forces arrested 4 migrants of Sudanese nationality wanted in connection with murder case of another Sudanese migrant. The accused were transferred to custody of Agelet Police Department pending legal action. Now, also in another story, police arrested 3 Chadian migrants who refused to pay a fare upon arrival to desired location and assaulted a Libyan taxi driver. The accused were transferred to Libya Police Department for legal action. And also, according to Migrant Rescue Watch, Libyan Cost Security vessel BPB-300 rescue off the coast of Zuwara 700 migrants of different nationalities. All disembarked in Tripoli seaport and were transferred to DCM custody for legal action. Now, according to Migrant Rescue Watch, Migrant Emergency, about 100,000 departures from North Africa in the first half of 2023. The authorities in Tunisia and Libya intercepted and brought back a total of 39,589 migrants in the period between January and June.
GH Libya TV.
Now, in another story, according to the International Organization for Migration, Libya announced that Libya Patrol have intercepted 601 migrants within a week and returned them to Libya. It said on Monday that the migrants, including women and children, were intercepted and returned to Libya between 25th June and 1st July 2023. So far this year, a total of 8,496 migrants have been intercepted and returned to Libya. The organization added that 780 migrants have died and another 944 are missing at the sea of the Libyan coast. According to the IOM, the first quarter of 2023 was the deadliest since 2017, with 441 migrants dead along the Mediterranean route. Notably, the EU delivered 2 more patrol boats to the Libyan Coast Guard in a ceremony in Italy on Thursday. The step was a part of the European Union's executive project of support to integrated border and migration management in Libya. The project aims to strengthen the capacity of relevant Libyan authorities in the areas of border and migration management, including border control and surveillance, addressing smuggling and trafficking of human beings, search and rescue at sea and in deserts. Now let's move on to another story. On Saturday, the United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is reportedly planning a strategic partnership with Italy to strengthen collaboration between the two countries and halve the flow of migrants from the Mediterranean, with the aim of returning them to North Africa, specifically to Libya, according to the British newspaper, The Telegraph. The newspaper divulged the Prime Minister Sunak is laying the groundwork for the Naval Joint Accord with Italy. This agreement is designed to stem the tide of migrants crossing the Mediterranean and ensure their return to Libya. In June, Sunak sent the UK's top government officials, Simon Case, to Italy for a series of meetings over 2 days with high-ranking officials in the Italian government. The purpose was to hash out the details of a new strategic migration partnership between the two nations. The Telegraph reported that This partnership is expected to mirror certain aspects of the agreement with France by boosting intelligence sharing on human trafficking, facilitating joint operations, and strengthening the cooperation between the border forces and national crime agencies of both nations. Furthermore, the UK is backing Italy's ongoing negotiation with Tunisia on a migrant repatriation agreement akin to Albanian model. Tunisia is a significant source of migrants crossing the Mediterranean Sea. In addition, an EU-endorsed aid package worth €860 million is under consideration to help the North African countries counter the migrant surge. This initiative emerges amidst mounting fears of a near triple increase in the number of migrants reaching Italy through the Mediterranean this year, standing at over 62,000, a significant rise from 24,808 during the corresponding period last year. The British government is apprehensive that the trend could lead to an increase in migrant numbers traversing the English Channel this summer. Thus, there has been a 10% decrease in small boat crossing compared to the figures from 2022. The number have begun to crimp again, with over 11,000 individuals making the crossing so far this year. Meanwhile, Italian Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani has recently reaffirmed his commitment to stemming the tide of migration flow from Libya and Tunisia, according to the Italian Eki news agency. In a press statement, Tajani highlighted the Italian government's rigorous efforts to manage the complex issues. In addition, the Italian foreign minister warned of the escalation of the political and military situation in Sudan. He expected migrant flows to Italy via Libya will increase in the coming weeks due to the ongoing unrest. In the same vein, Tommaso Forti, the head of Italian ruling right wings, Fratelli d'Italia party, raised concerns about the peril of unregulated migration that might ensue should Libya and Tunisia face a state collapse. Such a scenario could trigger a mass exodus involving millions of people. In a stern warning, Forti asserted, should Libya and Tunisia, both major launching points for migration, experience a state breakdown, we face the potential of millions fleeing these countries. He added that 12% of the immigration programs is constituted by refugees, indicating that a significant 88% are economic migrants. Now, in another story, Spanish police have broken up what they say is an organized criminal gang involved in a highly unusual people smuggling operation involving the moving of migrants from Syria to Spain on an 8,000-kilometer trip via Sudan. A year-long investigation, which was coordinated by Europol and involved dozens of police officials from France, Norway and Germany, uncovered a network of alleged people smuggling cells across North Africa and Northern Europe, as well as the main naval center of the gang in southern Spain. They discovered that the gang, led by a Syrian suspect, had been in an operation since 2017 and was also allegedly involved in smuggling firearms and drugs. Spain's Policía Nacional forces said that 15 people had been arrested, 14 in the southeast province of Almeria and 1 in Malaga, of whom 13 had been remanded in custody. Syrian refugees who endeavor to get to Europe typically go through Turkey and Greece, but the route the alleged gang had offered up to €20,000 and €17,000 per person took a circuitous route over thousands of kilometers. A journey from Syria to Khartoum, Sudan alone is about 3,000 kilometers. He said the suspect had organized the movement of 200 people through this route with criminal cells based in Belgium, Germany, and Spain, according to the sea crossing and unwanted transport to North Europe. Well established in several EU and Middle Eastern countries, the criminal network used an unusual long and expensive route to smuggling irregular migrants from Syria into the EU. Starting in Syria, irregular migrants were taken via Sudan or the UAE towards Libya. From Libya, they were taken to Algeria before they journeyed into Europe via the Mediterranean, said Europol. According to the police, the Spanish branch of the operation specialized in bringing people to Spain from Algeria in fast boats, securing accommodation for them in Spain, and then organizing their subsequent transfer to other countries. The gang charged between 7,000 euros and 20,000 euros with the more expensive VIP route, including special extras such as a transfer from the arrival point on the Spanish coast, where they were picked up in high-end vehicles and with tight security measures, as well as accommodation in Spain. Investigators also discovered highly sophisticated security and counter-surveillance capabilities. The criminal network implemented stringent security measures with physical and video surveillance at several clandestine points along the coast where the migrants were expected to be brought. Teams were put in place on the beaches where the migrants were disembarked to keep a lookout for police presence. Patrols were sent out and vehicles with powerful engines were used to pick up the migrants. The Policia Nacional said the gang also hid their boats on farms and in industrial units that were fitted with video surveillance. Police searched a total of 13 properties in Almeria and Malaga and seized 522,710 euros, a pistol, 2 high-speed boats, 2 on-board motors, 7 vehicles, 200 grams of hashish, 42 mobile phones, 2 satellite phones, 2 computers, a tablet, and numerous documents. Irregular immigration from North Africa is currently one of the most controversial subjects in the EU, with a pact already in place with Morocco and a fresh one being negotiated with Tunisia to take returns of economic migrants who fail to qualify for asylum. Police found a widespread infrastructure run by the gang across Lebanon, Sudan, Libya, and Algeria. None of the countries currently involved in the EU strategy to stem irregular immigration and death in the Mediterranean.